Hello, and welcome to this video on how to create an Azure SQL database. So what we'll go ahead is we'll log in into our Azure portal, which we've logged in now, and then we'll go and navigate to the Create a Resource section. And in the list, we can go ahead and see that we have SQL database. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Create. Next, you can choose your subscription and your resource group. And here I'm just going to put it in my resource group. And here I'll just call it as Team Server DB. And I'll create a new server for this. Here I'll call it as Team Server SQL Server. And we can pick it in the region of choice. I'll just use the SQL authentication here. Hit OK. Excellent. Now we can choose any of this. In a production-based instance, this is good, but you can go ahead and configure. I'm just going to go ahead and configure a basic one just for the purposes of this recording. But you can choose any of these that will work for your requirement. Next, what I'll do is we'll choose no for the elastic pool. And if you want to have any kind of database backup redundancy, you can choose the type. I'll just pick local for this one. Next, I'll go into the networking. Now, depending upon how you set up your team server environment, whether it's in the cloud or even on-prem, you can choose any of this. I would choose either a private endpoint if you're going into a private network. But for the purpose of this, I'll just choose a public endpoint here. Next, we'll allow the firewall rules and add your current client IP address for this. The rest of the information, you can leave it as default. Next, let's come into the security settings. Here, everything looks good. Go to the additional settings. Here, I'm just going to go ahead and create a sample database so that you can see that we've actually created some content here. But in a traditional team server install, you'll have to choose none. So I'll go ahead and just pick this so that you can see some data and choose next. You can give it a tag name. And once we're done with this, we can go ahead and click on review and create. And if you would like to templatize this into your bicep or ARM based templates, you can choose this for automation as a download. I'm going to go ahead and click on create. And while this is getting done, I'll just pause the video, and then once it's done, we'll come back. There you go. The deployment has started, and we'll be right back. Excellent. Our deployment is now complete. So let's go ahead and go to the resource. Here you can look at all of the connection strings and everything. And this database will be deleted after this recording. So whatever you're seeing now is just for the purpose of just learning about it. So I'm going to go ahead and log in. And there you go. So here you can see all the list of tables are available. You can go there and take a look at this. So that was how easy it was to actually go ahead and configure an Azure SQL database for your team server or professional edition repository. And if you have any questions, please head over to the IDERA website at idera.com/contact-sales, and we'll be more than happy to speak with you. Thanks, and have a great day.